Well, I think that's where we first kind of got the fast, aggressive, attacking style of defense. I mean, the wrecking crew there at A&M, that I was fortunate enough to be a part of, that was the style of defense that we played. I was obviously fortunate enough to coach under Wade Phillips, who kind of runs the same type of attacking, aggressive type of defense. Greg Williams is another guy that runs that same philosophy of defense. And so yeah, I've been fortunate to be a part of some really good coaches and really good teams that have been able to run that style of defense, and that's kind of the philosophy that I take.
Ryan, then Paul, then Mark.
Reggie, Ryan Leong again with KCBS Radio. Obviously, it's your first big decision you've made on the general manager. How do you feel you'll be judged by this? And certainly, if Dennis is successful, it'll work favorably upon you, or vice versa.
Well, this is the NFL, guys. You judge by wins and losses. That's how we're going to be judged. That's how I'm going to be judged. We win, good decision. We don't, not so good. That's how we get. That's how we do. It's really that simple. All right.
Paul, then Mark.
Hey guys, Paul McKenna again from CSNCalifornia.com. For both of you, Reggie being a former linebacker and Coach being a defensive-minded coach, what do you both see in Rolando McClain?
I see a talented football player. I see a very talented football player. I think just like a lot of things that we've talked about already, we've got to do our best to make sure that we get Rolando to play to the best of his ability on every single snap. And that's what that's what the goal of any football coach is to try to develop and get the best out of their players. And that's what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to strive to do with Rolando. He is a very talented player, and he can make an impact on this defense.
So, hey, I'm not going to reiterate what Coach said. The guy's got talent. I mean, it's hands down. I'm looking forward to getting him in here and watching him go through the off season and into preseason. Not just him, all these guys. I'm looking forward to meeting these players and getting to know them, getting a good feel for them, and seeing how they're going to fit in the Coach Allen scheme.
Mark, over here. I have two questions, really. One, if I was taking my notes properly, you said you wanted an aggressive, up-tempo type offense. Is there an offensive system in the league that you admire, that you like to emulate, number one? And number two, you mentioned how you don't want to put any boundaries on yourself, but I'm wondering at what point in your career you thought, I could be a head coach, and also how many times you interviewed for other head coaching jobs?
Well, there's a lot of great offenses in the National Football League that I've watched over the years. So to say that there's just one that I'm really looking at and God, that's what I wish that we could be. Again, the exact scheme that you run is not as important to me as I want to be a team that can. I think the more you can substitute, the more you can show them different formations, the more you can show them different shifts, and still at the end of the day be able to run a lot of the same plays and make it simple for your players. That's what's critical. Obviously, I will point out one that's was extremely impressive to watch because I was on the team, and that was the New Orleans Saints. And they did an outstanding job, and that's exactly what they did as far as the up-tempo offense. On your second question about being a head coach, well, repeat the question so I'll make sure I answer it the way you want it to.
At what point in your life did you think I could be a head coach? And I'm also curious how many times you interviewed to be a head coach?
Well, I had 2 interviews to be a head coach this year. I interviewed with the St. Louis Rams and obviously the Oakland Raiders.
Before this year?
No other opportunities before this year. I think I knew at a young age, I did know at a young age that I wanted to be a football coach. And it's interesting as you go along, when I was in junior high, I wanted to be a junior high coach. When I was in high school, I wanted to be a high school coach. In college, I wanted to be a college coach. In pros, I wanted to be a pro coach. And so I think with every step that I took, I gained a little bit more confidence and a little bit more foresight to say, hey, maybe this next step is the next step for me. So exactly when that was, I don't know exactly when that was, but I was excited that I got the opportunity to interview with Reggie, and I was excited that he felt confident enough in me and naming me the next head coach.
Great job. Jerry, raise your hand. Give the mic.
Reggie, you mentioned last press conference that Dennis was going to pick his own coaching staff, and that was something that was important to you, that the coach picks his own staff. I was curious if you could break down for us the sort of the structure between you and him. He'll basically bring in the talent, and he'll coach the team in the field, do practice schedules, all that. What parts will he have say in? What parts will he have say in?
Yeah, this is a team effort. When we go about getting players, working with getting the staff in here, how we're going to do things on the football side, we're going to do this thing together. So it's not, I got this, you have this. We're not doing it like that. The right hand will know what the left hand is doing. We're in this thing together.
Thank you for coming. There's lunch served next door. Thank you all for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.